What's going on, everyone? Konnichiwa. We're back. I had to throw in something.
Is that the extent of Japanese you learned?
You had to. You had to do it.
Sorry, let me mute my mic because obviously, things happen. Yeah, that's the extent of my Japanese. I spent 17 days there and I learned konnichiwa.
Seems about right.
Well done.
Well, didn't you at least learn how to say that you were a useless white guy or whatever?
Oh yeah, bakagajin. that's a dumb white foreigner.
There you go.
Give me a scenario in which you would use that phrase.
I'm at a sushi restaurant and I'm asking the chef to make me not sushi. Bakagajin.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Can you make me something that's not raw fish?
We laughed. That actually happened one night because I don't eat fish. So I asked the guy, I said, can you make me like a cucumber roll or like a vegetable roll? And he's like, hi. And he made me a cucumber roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
It works.
He felt sorry for the bakagajin, so.
Oh, Patrick Cohen in the chat. Hey, and hey, everybody else.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've all been back together.
It really has. It really has. We've done a few separate live streams, but it's been a while since the three of us all together in the same place, same time.
Yeah.
I gotta say, we had a lot less technical difficulties on the last stream. Well, neither of you were here, so I'm gonna have to blame you guys.
Yep, that seems fair.
That's only logic, right? Like that's how it works.
Yeah,
of course.
Fair.
What are you guys drinking?
I have the Crowded Barrel Texas Whiskey Festival blend at the moment, which it's been hit pretty hard, as you can see. I've brought this to a couple of tastings and shared it with a few people. So of course, part Iron Root Bourbon, part Balcones Mirador single malt, and part Andalusia Striker smoked single malt.
It is very tasty. I have a small sample.
It really is. I only bought 4 bottles of it.
Only 4 bottles.
It's pretty good. And just for Vito's sake, because I know you were having so much trouble getting anyone to pour
You
it for you.
son of a bitch. Don't you dare.
I had to pull out the Hibiki 17. So that's what I'm starting with. Just because I had to.
Oh my god, it was torture because in 3 separate bars I saw Hibiki 17, and I said Hibiki 17, and they said no, and I said no, it's right there. And they're like no, empty, and I was like, no, it's not empty, it's full. Pour me some whiskey, please.
So what was the deal with that? They're saving that for only special customers, or
I would assume so. I don't know. I think they're just doing it as a showpiece now.
Right.
But
because
yeah,
they can't get another bottle of it, so they just want to show it off.
They would not pour me any Hibiki 17. The only 2 age statements that I had there was a Yamazaki 12 and a Nika 10. I think it was a Nika 10 or Nika 12. I can't remember. Yeah, everything else was like blends or scotch. They have a lot of scotch there.
Oh yeah, I imagine so.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I guess I should say I'm drinking Ardbeg Ugudal at the moment, just finishing up a little bit of a pour.
Very nice.
And now, what's everyone in the chat drinking as we welcome a lot more people in? Chris from Bourbon Sane's in.
Hey, Chris.
Patrick from My Whiskey Den is in. Relatively new channel. Go check him out.
We got Carl Ivy, which is a friend of mine here, lives in College Station, Texas. That was in my level 1 sommelier class. So good to see Carl here. We got Matt Zetrick as well. Whiskey Crusaders has a channel and was also in my level 1 Somm class.
Well, I guess we should have should we have ceremonies whenever one of us levels up?
we're gonna invent this now, or is it gonna be on
new traditions? It's fine.
Yeah, just on the cuff. What would be the ceremonial song sung by obviously cherubs?
Cherubs, eh?
What would it be?
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to think about it and come up with that at the end.
Yeah. We'll take
People in the
suggestions,
chat should figure it out and just let us know what the song is. We gotta outsource the brain activity here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, Josh, congratulations, level 1 Somm. Awesome.
Thank you.
It's a wonderful accomplishment.
Yeah, there's only one of us left. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, Vito, like you gotta up your game here, man.
When we eventually work on Patreon, there'll be a level to donate to get me to Somm level 1. get Vito more professional fund.
Is that like an over time thing, or is that like a single donation and then you just have to do all sorts of crazy things for them?
We can discuss that, I guess. Scott from Scotch Test Dummies just joined us. Welcome.
Also noticed Curtis Bailey's in the chat, and if anybody's noticed our new snazzy logo, that is the man responsible for that awesome piece of artwork. So
yes, thank you, Curtis.
Good stuff. Thank you so much. Much improved.
Yep. In fact, I think Gretchen was getting it put on a shirt or something. She's going out to this event at Ben Milam that's being hosted by Heather Green on Saturday, and I think she got a shirt with the logo put on it.
Yeah, because we've mentioned that. Now I feel like it's imperative that we just allude that we are working on merch and we're testing product out.
Yes, merch is definitely going to happen. Very.
Just testing some product out, making sure that it's good for everybody, and before we let you guys know about it. So, and congratulations! Since we're on the Sommy stuff, Brad, level 3.
Yep.
Level 3. You are finally at Whittington level.
I am, which is something I'm going to have to tease him about every time.
And you can literally look down on him at this point.
I mean, that was always true.
I always do.
Yeah, I wonder if it's starting to get a little bit uncomfortable for Daniel because there's so many.
A lot of level 3s. I mean, there's not like a ton of them, but like there's a good handful of level 3s that hang around now. They're gonna have to get on that level 4 pretty soon.
Yep. Yeah.
Easy Mac is drinking a 2018 George T. Stagg.
Very nice.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
That is lovely.
Yes, Scotch Test Dummies was asking if everyone is going back in October. Well, I'm already here, and I believe these two are planning to come as well. So
yes, it will. We are going to be having a cast strength party. Maybe, I don't know. So we will be there. We will be there, and we're gonna. My shirt will be off, and Josh's beard will be red, and Brad will be under an umbrella.
Texas just tries to light me on fire, so I have to be very careful.
That's pretty much how it goes down here.
It's fair.
So what else has been going on? What do you have in your glass, Brad? You have the Hibiki 17, right? And you have the Ardbeg Udall. I've got the Texas Whiskey Festival blend from Crowded Barrel.
There was some whiskey stuff happening in Texas the last couple of weeks. Was there not?
Oh yeah, loads of things. Geez, how long has it been since we were actually all together on the same live stream?
It's got to have been at least 5 weeks.
At least 5 weeks, yeah. So Jesse from Stillet was here. That was awesome. I hung out with that guy, and we shot some videos and stuff. It was a lot of fun.
If you guys haven't checked that out, it's a lot of fun. Jesse's a really cool dude, it seems. I'm jealous that you got to meet him.
Yeah, Jesse was very, very cool, and we filmed the little. We did one episode for our channel, and then he put one on his channel, and it was in the sketchiest hotel room that you've ever seen in your life. I was a little afraid carrying like cameras and things into this hotel in way south Austin.
Yeah, some of the behind-the-scenes pictures looked pretty sketchy.
Yeah, a little.
Great.
I was a bit worried.
Yeah. But we managed to make it out of there unscathed somehow. So Jesse was here. We talked about just going through the Wizard Academy sommelier program, and then what did we have? Gretchen and I went to the Houston Whisky Social, which was amazing, and I'll absolutely do that again. That's organized by Chris Hart, who is one of the higher ups guys that runs the Houston Bourbon Society. And he also has an awesome podcast called Whiskey Neat. So if you haven't seen it, go check that out. It was one of the coolest, whiskey events I've ever been to. And they had a whole room dedicated to Texas whiskey. And then of course, all sorts of other Scotch, bourbon, Irish, all sorts of, distilleries from all over the world were exhibiting there. Had a great time. We were actually working the table pouring Andalusia whiskey for people, and I spent a little bit of time covering over at the Real Spirits table as well, but had a ton of fun. Absolutely go back next year. And then shortly after that, right after the sommelier class, we had the Texas Whiskey Festival that was just outside of Austin here, and that was just recently. Which
Very cool.
This blend was made to sort of commemorate that event.
The jealousy seething.
It was a lot of fun. We were working for Texas Whiskey Trail at that time, so walking around talking to people, getting people signed up for memberships. I think we got something like 50 signed up that day.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Sick.
So it went pretty well. A lot of fun, and lots of cool people were there. They had some awards, like they had a blind panel judging, and then they had this deal where they gave everybody a wooden token, and you could vote for your favorite distillery. And I forget exactly who won that. I think it might have been Iron Root, actually. Not that I would be surprised.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, Houston Whisky Social, Texas Whisky Festival, Sommelier School. It's been an eventful few weeks, and then Brad was here in between my Somm class and his Somm class, so we got a chance to hang out a little bit.
Got your big shiny medal.
Oh yeah, I do have mine sitting over here. Yours is way shinier than mine now, though.
It's got a couple of upgrades now with the chain and the star, but yeah, you could seriously do some damage with it. Yeah, it was a good time. I got down there. It was a very quick trip for me. Literally go down, spend 2 days doing whiskey school essentially, and then just skip out the next morning. But it was a fun little trip. I didn't light on fire or anything, which is nice. The weather was actually decent.
Yeah, it was. That was a lot of fun, and I got to peek inside Brad's box.
I was just gonna mention that, how was it inside his box?
Oh, there were wondrous and delicious, delectable things inside Brad's box.
Oh boy!
Are you talking about this?
I am talking about that.
Is that another one?
This
Vito was in Japan. He didn't watch the video.
I'm just gonna cuddle with it
on everything. How did you get another one? Oh my god!
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm hiding it. It's not going to be here if you come.
I'm flushed.
Disappearing now.
You're getting all hot and bothered over Brad's box.
I am. Woo, boy. But that gif I always send with what I don't remember the actress's name, but she's just like, whoo. Somebody's asked if the new Icarus is out yet. No, not yet. It is next Saturday. They had something like 8 or 10 bottles that they released that they had stickers and everything for, but they had to get the rest of the supplies to bottle it. So that's actually next Saturday. We're going to make a trip up there to see the Iron Root guys, and Patrick Cohn's coming with us as well. So he's going to be flying in to pick him up some more Icarus.
Nice. John Glenzel is saying that I should put some mist in the Dream Cask bottle, and even I am not that evil. I can't do it. That would just be cruel.
Very cruel indeed.
It'd be heresy and sacrilege and all of those kinds of horrible things.
Yeah, Patrick Cohn mentioned that the best part is that I got it back without the Ontario government just trying to wring every penny from me. It actually went pretty good going across the border.
Yeah, you were very
Just
concerned.
smooth sailing. I was wondering what they were going to charge me, and they were just like, "Yeah, don't even worry about it. It's fine."
Yeah, you're just
Okay.
resigned to the fact that you're probably going to get screwed on the way back.
Yeah, with my luck, if I were to try that again, they'd charge me double up double.
So how did that go? Did you just come up and say, "Yeah, I've got a bunch of partially full bottles of whiskey with me, and here they are," and they said, "You know what? That's not worth my worth my time."
Yeah, I don't know if they just didn't want to like figure out what the taxes would be, or if he was just in a good mood or whatever. It was just like, "Yeah, it's fine. Go on through." Like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with it.
I wouldn't even breathe at that point. I would just be like, I'd hold my breath and just be like, this isn't real. This isn't happening. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It was fine. I wouldn't expect that to happen again. So who knows what we'll be charged next time? But hey, it was good this time, so it's fine.
Yeah. And of course, well, Vito went to freaking Japan, which sounds
Yeah, I did.
the pictures looked amazing.
Yeah,
So-
no, what
Pictures were awesome. Yeah.
what a trip on, like, I can't, like, and we were talking a little bit about this like before we went live, just like I can't put the whole trip into words. Like, it was just unbelievable. It's a beautiful country filled with absolutely beautiful people, and just like I'm like I just want to go back like immediately. Like, it's absolutely wonderful.
You claim that you wanna just up and move there. So if you do that, then we would have a tri-continental show.
What would the time be? Hold on. When would I have to be drinking?
Yeah, what would the time be?
If we go on at 10 o'clock here, I'd be drinking at 11 a.m. the next morning.
Well, hey, the things you gotta do.
Fine.
I'm fine with that. But yeah, no, there was a serious like a mental just war in my head. Like, do I move here right now? Like, do I get back on this plane or do I just stay here? Like, that went through my head.
Wow.
John said, "Is cast strength huge in Japan or just average sized?"
Well, I'm. It was a weird thing because I'm 5'8" at best. On a hot day where you gain a little bit of extra inches.
You're taller on a hot day. Is that how that works?
That's how it works.
Yeah, sure.
But I've never been in an environment where I could see over people's heads.
Oh, that's why you want to move there, because you feel tall.
I'm
Amazing.
not in Japan.
It's a great feeling, isn't it? Just being able to see stuff over people. You know?
It was very unsettling at first. I didn't know what to do with like my body. I was like, why? Like, like I feel like I'm just out of place right now. Like, I'm gonna bump into someone and injure them.
I feel like I would just be constantly hitting my head on things.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, you definitely would, Brad. Like, there was a lot. Some of the subway stations were like maybe 6'1", 6'2", like clearance.
Yeah, so I would just constantly be
Yes, I Vito was tall, confirmed.
There you go.
And Gretchen's saying you have commitment phobia. So
I have commitment phobia.
yeah.
Do I?
Well, you haven't moved yet. So.
Yeah.
This is true.
Get on.
That's a big commitment, though.
It is.
It definitely is. But you said you have some friends there.
I do. I have some friends that live in Kyoto currently, and it would be a fairly easy transition. But yeah, there's a lot happening over here right now, so I had to come back. But it's a thing. I will be visiting Japan again, and I may or may not come back that time.
Yeah, you could do the whole teaching English as a second language thing and get you an anime girl.
There you go.
Real life waifu.
Yeah, exactly.
Vito Japanese weekend. What's Oh, Eric, wait. April 26, 28. Okay, sure. I think.
Oh, he must be saying he's doing a Japanese weekend on his channel. Cool.
Oh, okay. I understand now. I'm still jet lagged somehow, so that was a hard series of quotations to get through.
So he mentioned Eric mentioned the Suntory Toki highball. I hear that this is a thing. Like this is a popular way to consume whiskey in Japan.
Oh yes, highballs are every menu has a is a highball, and it's usually a Jim Beam. Obviously, Suntory highball. It was Suntory or Jim Beam highball. It is not good.
It is not good.
It's not good. Well, like it's essentially just like a whiskey, soda, water, or like club soda, and a lemon sometimes. And it's just like,
Right.
So.
Yeah, I've seen that they even have them in like vending machines and stuff in cans and things like that, a pre-made. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a super popular drink. Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. It was an interesting thing. My go-to order was Nama Hitotsu, which is one draft beer. Yeah.
You did learn more Japanese.
I learned a couple of words to put together to get myself through daily life.
Do a lot of people speak English over there as well, or
not all? No, a lot of people understand it, like understand a little bit, but not very many people speak it. They'll know like a couple of words, like enough to like kind of direct you, but nothing where you'd be able to have like a full like even like a sembient of a conversation with someone in English. So
sure.
Right.
No, I like the John's suggestion in the chat that your next video needs to be finding the perfect Japanese highball.
I mean, I only have one Japanese whiskey at the moment, so I guess I'd have to stock up on that. But yeah, no, I could definitely do that. I think the next video. When's the Derby? The Derby's soon, isn't it?
Next Saturday.
Not this Saturday. Next Saturday.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I could do like a mint julep or something. That's a Derby drink, right?
Yeah.
And I just actually big shout out to Mike McDonald. I don't have it here, but he generously got me a shirt mic to hook up to my phone.
Oh, a lapel thing? Oh, nice.
So that when I'm doing the kitchen videos, like you can actually hear me properly.
Nice.
Yeah. Huge shout out to Mike. That was very generous of you. Thank you very much. It will go to you. So, trust me.
What a guy. What a guy.
What a guy. But yeah. Yeah, in terms of just quickly on the Japanese whiskey scene, which kind of caught me out really off guard. In nearly every bar that I went to, there was 9 times out of 10 more Scotch than Japanese offerings.
Yeah, and I mean they said they talk about the shortage of Japanese whiskey, so I wonder if that affects it.
Yeah, like always Lafroig, always Ardbeg, Talisker was like all like consistent, and like some Macallans and I saw Glen a couple times on a menu, but yeah, ridiculous Scotch selection, very tiny Japanese selection, and a good solid bourbons. Obviously, because Jim Beam Suntory is
sure.
Oh, interesting. Sure. Yeah. Same company. Right? Yeah.
Same company, right? And like Suntory makes everything.
Right.
Pop, water, bread, just like
they're like a Japanese like Nestle or something that makes
just a ridiculous array of. I wouldn't be surprised if there's Suntory underwear.
There you go. Please tell me you bought some Suntory underwear.
Shh, that's one of the. Shh. No, but I did.
Yet another Patreon perk to come.
Patreon perks. I don't know if people want Vito's underwear in Patreon. Maybe they do. Maybe we got some. Maybe we
You
got
gotta
some.
let the people have what they want, you know.
There'll be people fighting for my underwear. Oh, DJ Beacon, yes, sochu. I did have sochu. It's sochu's a sweet potato distilled spirit.
Right.
And it was pretty good actually. But I really like sweet potato. Like that's like if I could pick a vegetable to have every single day, it would be sweet potato.
Is it taste of sweet potato? I don't know that I've ever had shochu.
No, you know, it tastes like a sweeter, less harsh vodka.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, no, it was really, really good. We were staying in Hakone, which is Mount Hakone, which is just east of Mount Fuji. And we were staying in a traditional Japanese ryokan, where they give you like the robes and they have like the bath, like the outdoor sulfur bath and everything like that. And for dinner, like we had a preset meal. We were really fancy that night, and she came around with a drink menu, and we were looking through it, and we were like, should we get sake? Should we just get beers? And I was like, you know what? Let's try this sochu. Like it looks interesting. We all like sweet potato. Let's try it. We got the bottle, and yeah, finished the bottle. Really, really good.
Oh.
And we tried it neat on ice with water. And I liked it best with just a little bit of water.
Right on.
And my other buddies liked it with ice. So yeah, no, but yeah, sochu's really, really good.
Jason Unsworth in the chat is mentioning the Omni Cork. We're working on it. We've got our top men working around the clock to work out the science behind the Omni Cork.
By that he means Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy. Oh, by the way, shout out to our mods. Jeremy's in. Gretchen is in as well. She retracted a message. She was probably making fun of me.
Her, no, never.
She doesn't usually retract those. I don't know what it
I don't know, maybe. And Christina is off studying, so everyone keep Christina in your thoughts as she tries to become a nurse.
Yes.
Busy.
Yes, she has been absolutely killing herself. It's with schoolwork for that, so she's been busy as hell.
Drams for Christina.
Hey, well, I need a refill.
I topped myself up with some Four Roses single barrel.
Single barrel, all right. I have. I can pivot off of this back to the Somm School stories. I've got the Oak and Eden rum finished dry, and if anybody's not familiar, you can maybe see that. What Oak and Eden does is they source whiskey from MGP and other places, and they insert an oak spiral that they call a spire inside the bottle there, and after about 6 weeks of sitting in the whiskey in the bottle, it's sort of bottle conditioned and done what it's going to do. So this is their rum finished rye version. They've got a bourbon and a regular rye, and then my personal favorite, actually, after having all of them, was the Cabernet finished bourbon. It's really tasty.
Nice.
But
Steve A drinking some Stag Junior. All right, nice.
Oscar Madison, take out that Dark Cove, baby. Just do it. Don't question. Just do it.
I'm just very slowly sipping a tiny pour of Dream Cask just because I had to.
You son of a bitch.
I hate him so much.
I shared mine because Brad gave me a generous sample bottle. I shared that with Gretchen, Carl Ivy, Patrick Cohn, and Robert and Marsha Licorice. Just what was that?
It's very
just after the Texas Whiskey Festival, so I guess it was kind of Friday night.
That's very generous of you, Josh.
Yeah, it's meant to be shared, man.
It is. That's true. That's why it's been a week.
Yeah, and it's a solid third of the way empty.
Yeah, Yeah, about a third, a little more. It's going so fast.
Damn. Well, so the Oak and Eden thing, explain what they do, but the owner of Oak and Eden, Joe, was actually in my Somm class as well, which was pretty cool. I got to hang out with that guy, and he brought all of his whiskeys along, and we got to try everything, and then got to see him again at the Texas Whiskey Festival, where they won some awards for being a non-distiller producer. So I'm really enjoying this one, and like I said, the Cabernet one's ridiculous. Have you guys ever had any of this Oak and Eden before?
I had one of their like regular ones, not the fancy one you're talking about, but just the I think it was one of the first releases.
Okay.
They have some in the vault, so I tried some when I was there. It was pretty good. Enjoyed it.
Oh, I noticed in the chat here, the Sweet Tea 1985. I think I recognize this as a gentleman we ran into at the Fang and Feather, and then he managed to score an extra ticket to the Texas Whiskey Festival. He said, "Thanks for being one of the guys to help me dive into whiskey last Friday. Still riding that new whiskey lover high."
Sweet.
That's awesome. That high lasts a while.
Yeah, it does. This gentleman is currently in that very exciting phase of wanting to try all the things possible. So
that is an excellent phase.
Yes.
I wonder what I'll get out of that phase. I think that phase for about
yeah, I mean, you never truly leave that phase.
I mean, all that happens is that your focus kind of like narrows in on like your wheelhouse, but then it's still.
Yeah, basically everyone is saying like that phase doesn't end. I don't know what you're talking about. Like that's fair.
Right. Yeah, I find it's I'm always open to try new things and whatever. But if I'm wandering around a liquor store and looking at stuff, I'm a little more discerning and I'm a little more informed of okay, I have a really good chance of that bottle right there being something I'm super into. Right.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Donald Rance asked if I tried that Green Spot single cask yet. Understand it's a Bordeaux. Yes, I've actually I shared most of a bottle of that and then opened a second one, and then Brad's had it as well.
Yep.
And I don't know if Vito, did you ever get to try that?
I did not. You got that a couple of months ago, I think, or didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't sure if Brad brought any samples back or whatnot.
I have a sample of it, so Vito can try.
Yeah, because the last time I was over at Brad's, we were just moving the whiskeys, and
I didn't have that sample. I just got it.
You just got it. Oh, okay, so definitely not. But I will be seeing you very shortly, Brad.
It's a real shame that your third of the Dream Cask is already gone. So
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Who drank my third?
Your third is gone.
I really can't afford to share any more. The third that I was going to share with you is already gone. So.
That's amazing.
It's fine. I understand. I would do the same thing. What were we talking about? Because I filmed 3 episodes before this, and I'm very jet lagged and very tired, so my head just went away. It went somewhere that it shouldn't have. What were we talking about?
Speaking of videos, anyone who was paying attention this morning might have noticed that there wasn't a video for me this morning because my computer really crapped the bed the other day. So this Franken computer that I'm using right now just kept crashing trying to edit the video. So I'll get something up pretty soon, but
it just couldn't deal with all of the awesomeness.
Yeah.
So every time I tried to export, it would just crash. It was like, okay, that's helpful.
Yeah, and I apologize. I missed 2 weeks. So anyone that was missing my Monday videos, sorry. Although I don't know why you'd miss them, but
yeah. I need to actually do something that's an actual review, I suppose.
Yeah.
I've been uploading random things.
They've been fun though.
Yeah. I always kind of want to try and do something different whenever I have an idea. There's lots of people that do a great job reviewing things, but if I have a unique idea, I try and focus on that. I think. But I didn't actually hear a whole lot about you. I mean, I dropped you off at the Wizard Academy for Somm class, but I didn't really hear too much about it. Like, how did it go? Was there any like awesome stories or anything like that?
It went really, really well. It was more Scotch focused and a couple of other things. Like level 1 is super general. Level 2 is all American. Level 3 was much more Scotch focused. There were a few other things, but Scotch and Irish primarily. We even did some blending, which was pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Was that the whole you had to recreate Peat Monster, was it?
Yes, exactly. Now that was pretty fun. Just with little beakers and measuring everything, try to get everything just right. It was a good time. But yeah, it was just a fun time. It's a lot of whiskey over 2 days and a lot of information that you have to try to absorb
while drinking all that whiskey.
While drinking a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But you did it.
Time as usual. And apparently I passed the test. So,
apparently.
Hooray. The funniest thing I think in my class that happened, I think I told you this, Brad, but they give you these trio tastings throughout the class, right? And with different goals, like what's the dominant grain in each of these glasses? What country do all of these come from, etc. Right? So they'll give you 3 at a time, and there's 6 per day, 12 over the 2 days. And the very first one that comes out, I pick up glass C, and I'm like, that's Balcones single malt. I know it. I know it.
Nice.
I'm thinking that to myself, right? And there's discussion going on, and it's like, okay, C's definitely made of barley. This is malt. And Daniel Whittington turns around with the Balcones single malt in his hand. He's like, yeah, this is Balcones single malt. And Josh, if you didn't get that, just get out of here right now. You're fired.
Fair enough.
Do we have anyone that can corroborate your telling of the story?
Well, I mean, Carl was there and Matt Zetrick was there.
There you go. Yeah, no, I think
I just want to make sure.
The highlight of the tastings for me was when one of them was a Killoman wine cask, which I guessed accurately, and Daniel Whittington, the teacher of the class, said that it wasn't. And then it turned out that it was, and I was right. So
Sneaky.
Nice.
That happened exactly once, and I'm going to hold that over him forever now. Even though he absolutely destroyed my palate in every way, I was right once, and he can't take that away from me.
Honestly, who was the most impressive? Always like with the quickest answers and the best nose and palate in the whole class was William Poppy, which is on Matt's Whiskey Crusaders channel as well. That dude, he's a wine sommelier already, and so he was taking, starting on the whiskey thing.
Sure.
And just I would be a few seconds away from like formulating a thought or going, oh, I think it's this, and he's just right there, just bam, spitting it out every time. I'm like, God damn it! I was 5 seconds away from saying that, but no.
It's always how it is.
Yeah. Will does an awesome job.
He's a quick one. I'm gonna open up something now that I can say that this might be the first whiskey that I've had that I don't think you've had, Josh. I'm opening up some Highland Park Texas edition.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I've seen this bottle around. It comes in a burlap sack for some reason.
Texas, Josh, come on, man.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, they should have done like, put spurs on it or like a big silver star or something like that.
Good night, Patrick.
Oh, good night, Patrick. Yeah.
Patrick from My Whiskey Den. Go check his stuff out if you are so inclined to do.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yep. What's this one? This one's like 50 some odd %, is it not? The Highland Park.
That I am not sure.
Highland Park.
No idea.
This edition, because I just have a small little sample of it. We got it 62.7%. Did I read that right? Words are hard sometimes.
That would be pretty high if that's right.
Bottled at 62.7%.
Dang. All right.
Cool. All right. Well, cheers to my somewhat sobriety right now.
So that is 12 years old.
12-year-old.
Awesome.
Refill sherry cask, 12 years. Bottled at 62.7. Perfectly balanced whiskey with astonishing maturity, depth of flavor, and all that stuff. And it doesn't smell like a Highland Park. This smells so strange.
Cheers. Yeah.
No, like good. It smells strange in a good way. Like it's not what I'd expect out of Highland Park, really. Okay, but don't just be silent looking at me. I feel so uncomfortable.
I was just waiting to see what you think of it.
Everyone's just staring at me. Oh God.
Trying to decide if I need to pick it up.
Yeah, John, I saw that they reviewed. I watched the review today of the Highland Park, and
that was on the vault.
I'm getting rhubarb.
Rhubarb, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
rhubarb, oranges. I'm getting no smoke, like none whatsoever. If anything, you know what this sort of reminds me of? Like if you were to take away the peatiness of Connemara, peated, this, I think, with my recollection, you know what? Fuck, I'm just gonna go get it.
Yeah, I'd be really interested to compare that to the regular Highland Park 12 since, it's 40s-ish. Most John was saying it's 43%, so it's got to be, I mean, if it's essentially a cast strength version of that.
Okay, I wasn't too far off in that. It's actually close. It's closer than. It's not as close as I thought, but it's closer than it should be.
Sure.
Yeah, that's actually really, really nice. There's not a hint of like 60% on this.
Nice. It's not super hot.
Let's try the taste.
Well, that was the last of my Oaken there, which is really nice. I need to compare that, maybe do a video or something where I compare that to the Angel's Envy finished rye, since they're both rum influenced rye. From memory, this seems a bit sort of more smooth and rich, maybe a bit more sort of caramel and stuff to it than the Angel's Envy version.
Really quick, Easy Mac is as Mac is taking off. We got to give the bath to the children. Good night, sir.
Cheers. Good night, sir.
Cheers.
Okay, so this is the weirdest scotch I've ever drank.
The weirdest scotch you've ever drank?
Yeah.
That's a bold statement.
That is an extremely bold statement.
From my memory, I don't think I've ever had a whiskey be so bright and bright and inviting on the nose, and then when you go into the taste, it's dank and like woody. Like it's so opposite in like for my senses. It's really good, but just so confusing. I'm getting chocolate milk from the nose.
Chocolate milk, interesting.
Okay.
I've definitely gotten that before on, well, maybe not chocolate milk, but like sort of a malty chocolate, like Milk Duds or, any of those candies.
Yes. You nailed it. Milk Duds.
Yeah, I get that kind of a taste from some of the Andalusia whiskeys, actually.
Really quick, for anyone wondering, because I saw a couple of things. The Highland Park 12 Texas edition. I got a sample bottle by means of I can't say because I don't know if they were 100% legal or not.
It magically appeared.
So it just came into my house, and I don't know. I don't ask questions.
No, no.
I just drink stuff.
We just had Dave McElroy pop in here. Dave, how you doing, man?
Hey, Dave.
Hey.
So I've got one more here that I poured actually a little bit earlier because it is also pretty high proof. So I actually like this one sitting in the glass a little bit first. But this was a gift from the always generous and awesome Patrick Cohn when he was here. We grilled some steaks, and then he showed up with this piece of awesomeness right here, the Kalila 18 unpeated.
Very nice.
So I have that already poured and sitting here, and it's pretty glorious. It comes off a little hot and spicy just at first, but you let it sit in the glass for a few minutes, and it just so nice. Like floral and citrusy and stuff. And you know, you get it's always cool, something that you're used to being peaty like Kalila, to try the unpeated version, or at least a lightly peated version. And you know, this one's particularly interesting just to see an 18-year-old unpeated spirit from them, to see what lies kind of underneath the peat there. There's another one I've seen, like Ardbeg has one called Blazda, I think. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really lightly peated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I have the 12, I think, unpeated from Kalila, but I haven't had the 18. I bet you it's tasty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's absolutely glorious stuff. And it's at cast strength, too. It's 59.8%.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm fuck, like, oh god, I'm most likely gonna be in Vegas in August. I may just pop over to Texas. I may just come over in Austin. I can't wait till October.
Do it up. Oh, Curtis Bailey said he's having the opposite, the inverse experience lately, is just picking out the Balvenie Peat Week.
Oh, that's fun too.
Which is really, really good. I brought all that in here as well.
Gotta never gets into Canada. I hate Canada. I'm going to Japan, guys.
Just move to Austin.
Yeah, but I don't like your government. I'll be honest.
That's fair.
At least Austin is a little bubble, you know, that sort of does its own thing.
Fair enough. Yeah, so going back really quickly, I added a tiny drop of water to the Highland Park 12, and it stabilized the nose and palate.
Mm-hmm.
It's much closer, melds into each other, and it opens up a lot more flavors. Yeah, no, Daniel had it right in the episode. I'll drop a little bit of drop of water, cool it down a little bit. It's fantastic.
Very cool.
God, that's just so lovely. Man, such rich, like, to come from an Isla and have some butterscotch and things like that coming through is just really, really cool, you know. Actually, I haven't had much Kalila other than the regular 12-year before this. It's just not one that I've picked up a bunch of expressions from. Have you had much outside of regular 12-year Kalila?
Not a ton. I mean, up until somewhat recently, most of Kalila stuff went into blends, right? So they don't have that many.
Yeah, it's not that common.
Individual expressions that are super popular. Yeah, I haven't had many of them.
I've only had the 12, so I feel like being this far, like over a year now. Actually, not really. I think I've been very privileged in how much whiskey I've tried in my first year of drinking whiskey.
Oh yeah,
but at the same time, it's like, for fuck's sakes, there needs to be more.
There's so many out there.
More.
Yeah, there's a real like it's a great time to be a whiskey enthusiast, right? Because there's such a boom and such availability of new cool stuff to try all the time. That's what's kind of amazing, and of course, in America and also some in Canada, tons in Ireland. All these craft distilleries popping up, doing interesting things. It's just a really great time to be a whiskey lover or discovering the whiskey world, right?
Absolutely. And Ed from the Rock Gut Review just showed up. Hey, Ed.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah. Oh.
Thanks again for showing up for the last stream, unlike these two knuckleheads over here.
What was that? Hey, Ed, by the way, watch yourself.
Yeah.
I saw the first couple of minutes of the stream last week. You best keep your eyes peeled, bud. Retaliation will be swift and just.
Well, I mean, just maybe. I don't know about Swift, man. It's a trip. It's going to take a while to get there.
Amazon Prime exists.
That's fair. I agree, John. It was the best intro ever. It was amazing. And again, no technical difficulties last time. So, I mean, take with that what you will.
You know what, Brad? You host these things. Don't forget that.
Right?
And I hosted it with no technical difficulties last time.
Were you guys using Skype or what?
Yeah.
Damn. Who's the weak link here?
I feel like it's just got to be me.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be you also.
Yeah, it's me. I get it. It's okay.
I'm going to actually fully blame my computer this time around, since it's a Frank computer that I literally slapped together the other day because I needed something that would work.
Right.
Just something weird or whatever.
Should I? What time is it?
Yes.
Like a time. It's 11. Okay, so we're pushing just about an hour.
Yeah, just about an hour.
And
CJ, I wouldn't go so far as to say I know what I'm doing. That would be way exaggerating.
I'm not the only one on a Mac mic. Just because I'm on a Mac. Get out of here.
He's on a Mac. I'm on a MacBook as well. But
it might be the two Macs are overpowering Brad's PC, and Brad's PC.
That's gotta be it. Yeah,
it has to be.
That's
overpowering it with coolness, maybe not with horsepower.
We'll have to get my MacBook out so I can.
Okay, so should my last pour be that Killiman Cull Point, or
yeah, overpricing his PC. There you go.
Or Glen going 21.
Ooh.
That Glen 21 is pretty damn good.
It's real good.
So the Glen going?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
That's I have that behind me here as well, so I could join you in that.
I poured myself some Talisker Darkstorm. That's my last pour.
And how is that, Brad?
It is very tasty. It's like the Storm, but a little darker. Who would have thought?
Oh yeah, I recently got to have some of that. I've got a liter bottle behind me now because of our friend Terry sent me one.
Yeah, our friend of the show, Adam Brudner, brought back a liter bottle again. I don't know if they only do liters at the duty free or what.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah, same deal.
All right, so the Glen going 21. I already want to buy another bottle of this, and I'm not even halfway done it.
It's absolutely just killer whiskey.
Oh, good.
I'm getting there. I've been pouring this very sparingly, but getting down to the bottom third.
Yeah.
What's everyone else? I know a couple of people said that they were going to pull out the 21. Who said that. Steve A. No, I guess just Steve A.
Steve A's got pouring himself some of the 21.
Seems like he said Glengoyne 21 is always a good choice. I'll pour a splash of that myself.
Cheers to you, sir.
Yeah, Patrick Cohn is saying that duty free is mostly 1 liter, so makes sense.
Cheers.
Yeah, pretty much from what I've seen, they do that.
What 21 year is that? Not the Parliament. No, it's the Glengoyne 21.
Glengoyne 21. Yeah.
Not Glen Glendronach.
Oh yeah, right. No, not.
Oh, John V hasn't had a Glengoyne yet. Oh boy, buddy, wait until you get into that.
Got to get some.
It's everything's great.
Yeah,
the cast strength, the 12-year, the 18, 21, 25. I've had the 30. Everything's great.
Yeah, they really do a phenomenal job.
They do it right. Steve A., I think we can find it within our hearts to forgive the mild confusion between Glengoyne and Glendronach.
Yeah.
So John V is asking where to start in the Glengoyne range. I mean, I can only speak to what's near me, what's easily found around here. The 21's a little bit tough to find, but if you can find it, absolutely get it.
Yeah.
If not, the 18 is not too terribly far off of the 21. It's not quite to the awesomeness of this bottle, but it's still very, very good whiskey.
A lot easier on the wallet to test out if you're...
A lot easier on the wallet for sure. Glengoyne versus the Glendronach flavor profile. That's a great question from Phoenix Rising. I find Glengoyne maybe to be a little bit more subtle. I mean,
yes, but that's not the right word to use. But I know I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like subtle, but like what's the like? It's less sweet and a little more dry.
It's definitely not subtle on the sherry influence, but a bit more subtle than Glendronach is.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
And yeah, like it's not a bomb, but it's everything's there. Glendronach. So every time I've had a Glendronach, I've always been a bit overwhelmed with the sweetness, and I don't mind it. Like I really do enjoy it, but there's something about the subtleness of the Glengoyne, like the silent, subtle approach to all the flavors that you experience as you're drinking it.
Yeah, the Glendronach's always just rich and desserty and lots of like intense dark dried fruit, kind of raisiny and those sorts of flavors, and you can just really tell if you've ever tried like PX and Oloroso sherry. It's just so much of it in there, right? Where Glengoyne is a lot more sort of I'd say a little more balanced and refined tasting in a way.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to avoid using those words because I feel, and this may be the alcohol talking, but I was like, I want to be respectful to all the distilleries because it's still, they want to refine, they want to like, but I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Yeah, no, and it's not to take anything away from Glendronach because I do like, I mean, the Glendronach 18 I have here behind me is really good, but I just have to be in the mood for that sort of really sweet, really rich sort of dessert whiskey, whereas Glengoyne is in that direction somewhat, but just a little sort of lighter and more elegant and a little bit drier, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Oh boy. What are we doing? Oh, okay. Because I just saw that we're being reminded. Vito gives up. Oh God, Wade's in the chat.
Oh no!
What are you doing? Wade is in the chat. Oh my goodness! What is going on?
Go to bed, old man.
I don't believe in Wade. Wade doesn't exist. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm still one of the only ones that can confirm Wade's existence.
Oh, Wade denier.
Wade denier.
Until I meet him in person, I'm a weight denier.
That's true. That's fair.
All right.
Don't take my word for it.
Okay, Josh.
You're not trustworthy.
Clearly.
Josh.
Yeah.
Pick 3 whiskeys that you had tonight. Unless you only had 3 whiskeys. You only had 3 whiskeys tonight, right?
I think we've all had 3, haven't we?
Well, I guess I had 4. I had the Kalila 18. I had the Okanagan Rye and Rumba, the Crowded Barrel Texas Whiskey Festival blend, and then now the Glengoyne 21.
Okay, pick 3 of those.
I guess I'll leave out the Glengoyne 21 since that was kind of a spur of the moment.
Okay. Shag, marry, kill. What are your options again?
Woo! Crowded Barrel Texas Whiskey Festival blend, the Okanagan Rye and Rumba, and the Kalila 18.
All right. Shag, marry, kill. Who you got?
Ooh, man. I guess I would marry the Kalila 18 because it just treats you right. It's like everything you want in an unpeated Scotch. I'd shag the Texas Whiskey Festival blend because, I mean, let's face it, there was only so much of it to go around, and once it's gone, it's gone. You can't rely on it. It's just going to eventually disappear from your life, and then you'll be sad. But while you have it around, it's glorious, fun times. And I guess that leaves. I would kill the Okanagan, not because it's bad by any means, but if I have to choose among the 3, that's the least to my preference.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Okay, Brad. We're gonna exclude the Dreamcast because fuck you.
Well, that's only 3. I have to include the Dreamcast if I'm doing Shag, marry, kill. So easy enough. Darkstorm, Hibiki 17, and Dreamcast, right?
Jesus Christ, what a lineup!
Depressingly, I have to kill the Darkstorm, I guess, which is just depressing, but whatever. Shag the Hibiki 17 because just a little bit of foreign strange is fun from time to time, I suppose. And then I would marry Dreamcast because it's just warm and cuddly, and I just need it in my life all the time.
We should have been able to just blur out your entire screen there. Just censor it. I don't want to see what you're doing to that bottle, Brad.
It really is just love in a glass.
It is.
John G with the Hibiki waifu.
Exactly.
If anyone doesn't understand waifu, just go into Google Translate or just go into Google and type in waifu.
You may want to be careful
for Dave.
That.
Just for Dave, I'm just gonna just caress it, hug it.
32-year red breast Dreamcast. Oh my God, what a glorious. Look, oh God, I hate you so much. I can't look at you right now. All right, so I'm gonna leave out the Glengoyne 21. I'm gonna have the Highland Park 12 Texas, the Four Roses single barrel, and the Ardbeg Ugadal as my 3. So I'm going to shag the Highland Park 12 because there was just so much going on that was confusing my brain, and that just makes for a really good one-night stand. I'm going to kill the Four Roses single barrel, unfortunately, and I'm going to marry the Ugadal.
I think you chose well.
Yeah, that's fair.
As well.
Fair enough. Gretchen, the Dreamcast makes her feel weird things. Yeah. That's fair.
Dreamcast makes me tingly down below.
Yeah.
All right. We've pushed over the hour. How do you guys feel?
Good.
Pretty good.
Feels good.
It's good to get the band back together.
Yeah, it feels good to be together again. It's been too long, and I missed your faces, guys.
Aw.
And I missed everyone in the chat. I missed doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. And not too bad considering I'm kind of exhausted. Vito's more exhausted. And well, Brad, you have no
This
excuse.
is my usual
Brad's just frustrated.
crazy, boring self. It's fine.
So I guess
Also, since it's the end of the stream, it just occurred to me why the technical difficulties happened. So this is my fault this time. I'll take it. I'll take the blame this time.
Oh, you figured it out?
Yes, it literally just occurred to me exactly what the stupid problem was. But hey, so it'll work next time as well.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, guys. Brad admitted that it was his fault. All of you in the chat that were blaming me and Josh for being on Max, for being away, for being just us. How dare you? How dare you? But we love you anyways.
Love you guys. Seriously.
Seriously, guys.
All Brad's fault. Yes, this time I'll take it. I'll take the blame when I'm to blame. That's fine.
Brad fired. Hashtag Brad fired. That's I guess.
I've been trying to get fired for months.
That's all we really do in between these streams is try and get each other to fire one another.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess with that, we'll call it a night. I guess for now.
All right.
Or we'll call it a night, and we'll see everyone next time. We still have to figure out a good sign off, right?
We should figure out a good sign off at some point.
Okay, how about this? Everyone that's watching, go to our Facebook page and just comment on the pin post, which is this stream, and like comment on a sign off that you want to like propose, and then we'll do a vote next time we're on all together.
And just quickly, Patrick Cohn, not worth it. I'd rather stay fired.
Keep all the dream cask and just get fired.
What a bastard. All right, guys, stay classy and stay safe. I'm just going to use that one for now. Whatever.
Cheers.
Whatever. Cheers.
It's good to be back.